Tonight's headlines: no reason to doubt China's sincerity, according to Palace. Senators welcome declaration of state of calamity. Palace calls for vigilance amid emergence of India variant. Coronavirus cases in the country at 1,113,547. COVID-19 jab center at Nayong Pilipino, temporary. ITCZ to bring rains over Mindanao. Philippine stocks rise. And Philippine gross domestic product shrinks 4.2%. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, May 11, 2021. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Malacanang said on Tuesday that China's failure to honor a 2012 agreement with the Philippines for both countries to simultaneously pull out vessels from Scarborough Shoal amid a prolonged standoff does not mean it cannot be trusted. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said or made the response when asked about the weight of China's words, considering that it already reneged on the agreement brokered by the United States government in the past. The Scarborough incident prompted the Aquino administration to sue China for the Hague-based Permanent Court of Arbitration in 2013. In a July 2016 ruling, the Permanent Court of Arbitration rejected China's claim of sovereignty in the entire South China Sea and outlawed China's aggression against Filipino fisherfolk in Scarborough Shoal, a traditional fishing ground. At least 3 senators on Tuesday welcomed Malacanang's declaration of a state of calamity due to the African swine fever. Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo supported the declaration, saying the government can easily impose price ceiling on pork products. Senator Francis Pangilinan, who has repeatedly called for the declaration of state of calamity, also welcomed Malacanang's latest announcement, despite the executive department's late decision. Villanueva, on the other hand, also tagged the declaration as a big win for the local hog producers. Malacanang on Tuesday called on the public to remain vigilant after the Department of Health reported 2 cases of the more transmissible B.1.617 coronavirus variant first detected in India. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said that the government is taking all needed measures to prevent the Indian variant from wreaking havoc, citing the mandatory 14-day quarantine for returning Filipinos overseas, of which 10 days is under a government facility, increasing of hospital beds for COVID-19 patients, and banning travelers from India and nearby countries. The World Health Organization has classified the Indian variant of the coronavirus as a variant of concern, meaning one associated with increased transmissibility or detrimental change in COVID-19 epidemiology, increased virulence or decreased effectiveness of health protocols, diagnostics, vaccines, or therapeutics. The Indian variant was reported less than a day after Cagayan, Apayao, and Benguet, excluding Baguio City, were placed under the modified enhanced community quarantine protocol from May 10 to May 23, 2021. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Iba ng panahon, ang dami ng bago ngayon. Pati ang mundo natin, well, nagbago na rin. Buti ang bayan, bigger, better na. You can buy it sa centers, pati sa mga partners, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still don't remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
Fiber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Fiber now.
The Department of Health reported 4,734 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Tuesday, to bring the total number of infections in the country to 1,113,547, even as 12 laboratories failed to submit data on time. This brought the active cases to 56,752, and of the total, 93.4% are mild, 2.2% are symptomatic, 1.8% are severe, and 1.4% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,038,175 after 7,837 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 18,620, with 59 fatalities recorded. Also show that 60% of the country's intensive care unit beds are in use, while 41% of the mechanical ventilators are occupied. In other news, the palace revealed on Tuesday that the planned mega COVID-19 vaccination center to be constructed at the Nayong Pilipino Foundation property in Parañaque City will be temporary. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque clarified that the structure that will be built in the property will be a makeshift structure, and it will be just like the tent facilities built serving as isolation facilities in the same reclaimed area. Asked what specific sector of the population will benefit from such a mega vaccination facility, Roque said it will be for everybody. Malacanang earlier warned the Nayong Pilipino Foundation, a government-owned and controlled corporation, against opposing President Rodrigo Duterte's plan to build a COVID-19 vaccination site on the NPF land, saying the health of the citizens was at stake. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that the Intertropical Convergence Zone will bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms over Mindanao and Palawan. In its 24-hour forecast, the Weather Bureau said a low-pressure area was seen 640 kilometers east of Davao City. It is embedded along the ITCZ, affecting Mindanao and Palawan. Advise affected residents to prepare for possible flash floods or landslides during moderate to at times heavy rains. Meanwhile, Metro Manila and the rest of the country will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers due to the easterlies or localized thunderstorms. We'll pause for a short break. Stay with us.
That's it, never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap, it's a wrap. Just tap the app, now you can check, view, subscribe, renew, help and support for you. Out with the ring apps are the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use, mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now.
Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Hatch something big. The all-new Honda City hatchback with 4 seating modes. Utility mode, long mode, tall mode, refresh mode. The all-new City hatchback. Hatch more life.
In business, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index gained a new Tuesday amid a smaller contraction in the first quarter domestic output. The main equities index rose by 0.3%, 0.42 points to 6,326.83 at the closing bell. The broader all shares ended sideways after rising by 0.03% or 1.25 points to 3,907.96. Pahina Capital Development Corporation head of sales Luis Limningan said that Philippine shares closed in the green despite the lower than expected first quarter gross domestic product print, as investors focused on the rebalancing of the MSCI and more earnings releases. Volume totaled 9.95 billion, amounting to 4.64 billion pesos. And the Philippine Statistics Authority reported on Tuesday that the first quarter gross domestic product growth is now at negative 4.2%, which compares to the negative 0.7% recorded in the same quarter last year and negative 8.3% in the fourth quarter. As the COVID-19 pandemic continued to ravage the economy in the first 3 months of the year, as it dragged down the growth of the Philippine GDP to negative territory for the fifth consecutive quarter. All three major industries contracted in the quarter: agriculture at negative 0.3%, industry at negative 2.5%, and services at negative 0.1%. National statistician Dennis Claire Mapa, in a virtual briefing, said the major contributors to the decline in the first quarter were construction at negative 24.2%, other services at negative 38.0%, and real estate and ownership of dwellings at negative 13.2%. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarsito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store and search for Katribu. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel, and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first hatch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Manong Joe po!
At Ate Maita.
Matapos ang magkasunod na buwang pagbaba, bagyang tumaas ang overall electricity rates ng halos 9 centavos per kilowatt hour ngayong buwan. At paalala lang po, maging energy efficient po tayo.
Lalo pag mainit. Dahil mas hirap ang appliances at mas makonsumo. Buti may bright ideas tayo na based sa Meralco Power Lab tests. Engineer Alfred?
Alam nyo ba, ang lumang aircon, mas mataas ang konsumo. Up to 682 pesos ang dagdag kada buwan kumpara sa bago. Mas energy efficient kasi ang technology ng bagong aircons. At kung inverter, pwedeng lampas 1,000 pesos ang savings per month. Piliin din yung may horsepower na sakto sa laki ng kwarto. Kung hindi, halos 1,000 ang extra gastos buwan-buwan.
Sundan ang tips na to. And visit our website para you have the power this summer.
Montero Sport. Elevate your journey.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.